Sarah and I retired 2 years ago to travel the world for the next 10 years, and little did I know the second year of our travels would end up being the most emotional year of my life. Sarah and I will shortly be restarting our travels, but before we do, there's one thing I need to do, and you're going to see that in this video. And this is likely to be the most emotional video we've ever made. I want you to look at today's video as a quest, because that's what it is. I said there's something we need to do before we start travelling, and it's going to be emotional, so it's going to take a beer, that's for sure. But we are actually travelling. This is a quest, something that I feel I've got to do before I can relax and get out on the road again. We're at Birmingham International Airport in the UK, and this is our local airport to where Sarah's mum lives. We're at the airport now. It's been a bit interesting getting through security, as I was accused of carrying a gun. I am not carrying a gun. And we have 2 flights ahead of us, and it's going to be over 30 hours. And then I can hopefully complete this quest. We'll see. That's the first leg of our journey done. We've moved forward, I think, 3 time zones so far. And if you've got an idea where we are in the world, stick it in the comments now. The funny thing is, this feels quite grueling already. And we're going to be making a video all about our baggage in a few weeks' time, because we've been struggling a lot with baggage, and hopefully we'll get it resolved. But we are hopping on another flight here in about an hour's time and going from here to our location, and it's in that location where I'm going to be in a position to fulfill something that I just have to do really before we can continue our journey. Sarah, she's holding up well on this trip. Gotta say, it's been a tough one for her. Saying goodbye to her mum this time was particularly difficult, and I keep asking her, does it feel different? She says yes, and then she says I can't talk about it. And she said a few moments ago, ask me again a week on Thursday and I might be able to talk about it then. So there you go. Really impressed with where we are at the moment, because we got off the flight. We're a little bit concerned that we only had a 2-hour crossover from one to the other, but we didn't even have to go through any form of security control again. We walked off the flight, turned right, and then we were here in the terminal, ready to go. So 2 hours, and we are getting on a 10-11 hour flight. I feel that this is a place I can tell you a little bit about the quest I'm undertaking today. I lost my mum about a year ago, and I lost my dad about 2 months ago. It's been a tumultuous year really. And the difference in my mum and dad is my dad was well travelled, my mum less so. So the result of that was that when Sarah and I told her about our plan to travel, told her about it about 4 years ago, she was originally shocked and surprised that we were going to be doing something quite as radical as we were. But then she said that she wishes she'd done that, and that actually when it came to travel with my dad, he really wasn't so keen on doing anything too adventurous, which I know sounds odd when I said my dad travelled a lot, but that was mainly for business and work. So she actually said she wishes if she was 20 or 30 years younger, she'd be doing exactly the same as we are. And we hear that kind of thing, don't we? About people that are coming to the end of their lives and the things that they regret and the things that they wish they had done that they just didn't get around to. There's something my dad always used to speak about in our family, something that he did. He was really proud to have done, and he never got to do it with my mum. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it with my mum in this video. Do stick around. This is very personal, this one. We've arrived at our final destination. It's the following day. That was a tough.
It was a tough
flight, that one.
Second half.
A lot went on, but we're here. But this isn't the end of the story. This quest is only really just getting started. So welcome. This has been a long journey. 2 days ago, we left the UK with one plan in mind, and that was to get here. Where are we, Sarah?
We are in Singapore, and specifically in the Raffles Hotel Longbar.
As I said earlier in this video, my dad was pretty well travelled, and the one thing he was always really proud of was going to Raffles and having a Singapore sling, one of these. And as I said earlier, my dad was always very proud of having come here, but he never once got a chance to bring my mum here, and she always wanted to do it. So this is to them. And just to let you know, on my wrist, you'll see this as we travel. That's actually got my mum's ashes in. Because she wanted to travel the world, we're taking it with us. So, cheers, Mum. Cheers, Dad. This marks us restarting our journey after what has been a pretty complex first couple of years, or not yet couple of years of travel. But we are now back on the road. If you're not subscribed to Go Rome, you don't know what we got planned. We don't actually know what we got planned, but there's going to be a lot to see and do with us as we complete the next 8 years of travel around the world. So Sarah, sign us off.
You've been watching To Go Rome. See you next time.
Bye.